you'll see that why wait is a part of a lot of my videos, and certainly part of it's a big part of me, and I wanted to share the story. So always been a big fan of sports cars. Even when I got married, bought a 1994 Toyota Supra twin turbo, and just enjoyed driving that all around. Made it to 37 states in that car. And then came 2001, the dot-com burst era, right? And so software companies were struggling, and plus I had my first child. My wife and I, we had our first son, Eric. And so had to do a life adjustment, sold the toy car, and made way for the family sedan. And always thought I'd have a toy car, but I had to make the right choice. And so for the next 5-6 years, it's like, well, I'll get another fun car someday, right? I just got to wait a little bit. And I was on a trip, and I was talking with somebody who had lost their spouse. They had a couple of younger kids, and they had gone out and bought a 2-seater, and shared with me, that it's kind of nice either being by yourself, kind of an escape, or to do one-on-one trips with the kids. And that really hit home with me. It's like, wow, what a neat way to spend time with your kids or your spouse, if that works too. And so in roughly around 2008, I had some close family members all pass away, a grandmother, an uncle, and a first cousin. And 2 of them are cancer. And it was just kind of a wake-up call of, what are you waiting for? You enjoy this so much, you're passionate about something. You should try to find a way to live those passions out. You keep waiting, and who knows, you may never get the opportunity to do those things that you want to do. And so that's how Why Wait was born. Is that it was in 2008. It was that spring I went and bought a used Corvette. And immediately, I think I bought it in February, and in April, I started taking my first trips. At first, it was by myself. They were solo trips. The kids were a little bit too young yet. And then I started taking my brothers with me on some of these trips, and that's when I started hitting the state signs, etc. But then in 2011, when my son was 9, I flew him up to Anchorage, Alaska. He met me in Alaska, and we drove home together. So me and my 9-year-old, and we tent camped on the way back from Alaska. And it was a gamble having a 9-year-old in the car a long way from home. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? But he was amazing. It was such a precious experience for me. And it paved the way for future trips. And so ever since then, while the kids were, especially in that sweet spot of age, I did these trips, and Why Wait was always kind of at the heart and soul, and certainly definitely part of the trip with the license plate. So it's always just been kind of how I've tried to live, live your passions. If you have these bucket list trips that you want to do, try not to wait too long, because life will catch up with you, and who knows, you might not be able to pursue it. So would I love to do the Great Loop in a larger boat? Absolutely, maybe someday. But to do it in a jet ski was a little bit more something I could do now. And combining the loop with my passion for jet skiing and kind of cruising on a personal watercraft, I thought it's time. And plus, this is 2022 is a special year for our family. Between My youngest is graduating high school, so in theory we're empty nesters, or at least finished with high school. Where my wife and I are celebrating our 25th wedding anniversary this year, and I also get to blow out maybe a few too many birthday candles on a milestone birthday. So it was kind of a great year to go for it and try to get it done. So that's the story of Why Wait.